I think it's safe to assume that everyone and their mothers has watched Legally Blonde. If you haven't,
What?
I'm sorry to break it to you. You're a sexist.
Bitch!
I said what I said.
Not only does it perfectly encapsulate the early Y2K aesthetic of everything pink, bright, and sparkly,
What, like a tar?
but it's a brilliant film that confronted the preconceived notion of the dumb blonde who liked pink a little too much. Elle Woods is at the forefront of this stereotype-shattering film. She's often regarded as an airhead with good looks,
There's nothing I love more than a dumb blonde with daddy's plaster.
I object.
but there is more to her than her bubblegum pink personality. In this video, we're going to explore the 4 major pillars of Elle's character. But before we move further, do subscribe to this channel. Your support means a lot to me. I'm aiming for 500 subs to provide some meaning to my miserable life.
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
Now on to my unsolicited thoughts on Elle frickin' Woods. Confidence. Elle motherfucking Woods is the embodiment of confidence. Take this scene for example.
Oh my god!
This could have been a very embarrassing moment for others, sure,
My costume's getting a lot of attention.
but not for Elle Sam Jackson Woods.
Hey, you shut your face!
After giving Vivian a piece of her mind, she composes herself, shifts gears, and wears that costume like everyone else was stupid for not wearing pink bunny costumes. She's comfortable in her own skin. Whilst watching the scene, I genuinely wondered if she was aware of how people perceived her or if she just didn't care. Either way, worked for her. Most people would feel like a fish out of water in a new and different environment, especially when being made fun of.
Apparently no one dresses up for Halloween here. I wish I'd known that before I used grease paint for my mustache.
Being called a Barbie might be cool now, but it wasn't back in 2001. And because she's secure in who she is, the other gremlins don't get to her. No matter what others say about her, it doesn't shake her self-confidence.
You know, maybe you should check with the cruise director on the Lido deck.
She just, dare I say it, shakes it off. On to the next one. Strong-willed. Elle Brivalicious Woods is extremely determined and focused once she locks in her target. When Warner dumps her, she is determined to win him back by getting to law school.
But that's a top 3 school.
The girl ended up in a top 3 school on a whim.
179!
She scored a 179 on her LSATs despite the odds, and just for the folks outside of the US of A, the highest score is 180. When she realizes that getting through law school is more than just looking the part, she keeps her nose down and studies. Every time she's put on the spot or humiliated or rejected, she bounces right back and gets right to it. But what she will not tolerate is indignity. She knows when to stand up for herself and her morals. For a character that is considered to be dumb, Elle Judicious Woods has a strict moral code.
You know who I am, right?
A classic example would be not revealing Brooke's alibi to Callahan.
Why the hell not?
I just like to point out, it doesn't make sense that Brooke's willing to go to jail to protect her reputation, but going to jail would certainly ruin it.
It would ruin me.
No! It's just dumb!
If she only knew that mere decades later, big butts would be in. Keeping my tangent aside, Elle Virtuous Woods still did not reveal Brooke's alibi even when Warner tried to corrupt her, and that was admirable.
I gave her my word, Warner.
She kept her word and didn't bend her morals for an easier path to success. When Callahan tries to proposition her the casting couch with guaranteed success in the law business, she could have easily taken that deal. One night as opposed to years of success seems like a good deal, right? But that's not how Elle Bitchin' Woods do her
I
thing.
realized her professor is a pathetic asshole.
She rightfully flips out and quits his stupid internship. Nobody needed it anyway. Kindness. In the opening scenes, we see Elle Precious Woods at the top of her social hierarchy. The homecoming queen, the sorority president, dating the perfect guy. She's pretty, popular, and everyone adores her. Girls at the top of her game. I wouldn't be surprised if she had turned out to be a stuck-up, arrogant bitch.
Please stop talking.
Again, not Elle Gracious Woods. She's genuinely kind to people, no matter what their social standing is, and chooses to see the good in everyone, even when they've wronged her. She's Jesus. She compliments Vivian's outfit on the first day of their internship, even after everything she's said and done to her.
You look very nice today, Vivian.
And not in the Regina George sort of way.
That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
She helps Dorky David score some chicks by making him appear desirable. She had no reason to be nice to any of them, but she does it because she likes to help out. She even helps Paulette get her dog, regain her confidence that was shattered by her ex-husband, and even get with that hot UPS guy. Elle builds relationships with people by being selfless. She has nothing to gain from this, and honestly,
You're very, very nice, but you're kind of pissing me off.
how can one person be so nice? She has no agenda, she has no ulterior motives, she does not do it so people are in her favor, she does it because she's just Mother Teresa.
Really?
a good-looking one. And finally, her femininity. It is the foundation on which these 4 pillars stand on. She wears pink and other bold colors to express herself, especially because she knows she can pull it off. She always makes sure to put her best shoe forward when presenting herself. She isn't shy talking about her star sign, dietary preferences,
And we're both Gemini vegetarians.
fashion, or shoes, especially in places where talking about these topics would make you a laughing stock.
But I used to take her class at the Los Angeles Sports Club. She's amazing.
She often speaks her mind in her bubblegum pink ways, which comes across as her dumb blonde moments,
She didn't have your bone structure.
but the key is she backs it up with her 4 pillars. Elle Woods is a unique character. In a world that was being overtaken by the Trinities and the Tomb Raiders of the world,
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
she tells the world that there is still power in being feminine and it shouldn't be looked down upon. She doesn't try to be a boss bitch with an attitude problem like some of the female characters these days. The movie isn't condescending or patronizing like most female-led films today. It highlights that being feminine isn't something to be ashamed of or to be thought of as a weakness.
I think it gives it a little something extra, don't you think?
A message ahead of its time, not just in the 2000s when it came out, but even now, 20 years after its release. It's often relegated into the chick flick hellhole, but it's more than that. Believe me when I say it, if only chick flicks were made like this, I'd watch more of them. It's a genre-defying film that tells a well-crafted story of a strong woman, not by being loud or aggressive, but by being true to her feminine self. Elle Woods proved you don't have to be masculine to be taken seriously. If you made it this far, I sincerely thank you for your time, and do check out my other videos as well. I can't rely on YouTube to promote a small channel like ours, so do share it with people who would be interested in topics that I discuss. Also, I'm curious to know your thoughts about Elle, so comment below, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Whoever said orange was the new pink was seriously disturbed.